Okay, first of all, honorable guest, I wanted to say hello before I go straight to the question. How are you doing, brother?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. Thank you so much. It's nice having you here, bro.
Okay, we appreciate you accepting our invitation, and it's so nice to having you here.
It is my pleasure.
Okay, if you don't mind, I hope you allow me to go straight to the questions.
You're welcome, bro.
Okay, the first question is, what are the strategies and process that West African countries use effectively showcase and promote the football talents? I mean, what are the strategies that you guys from the West use in order to utilize the talents available effectively?
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy to be here and I'm happy to speak concerning this great point. Actually, there is no any specific strategies that the West African team used. I can say the only thing that the West African use to market their player are the legends who have played before now. Someone like JJ Okocha, Didan Drogba, Samuel Eto'o, all those legends. They have done a lot of great job for the youth in the part of West Africa to look up to. Look at George Well from Liberia. Some of those players, they have done a lot of things inside of West Africa, countryside, and we have seen a lot of things they achieve through football. And those are the things, as you all know, that most of these footballers, they come from a very poor background. And like the saying that seeing is believing. We believe in what we see. So we see the greatness, the way their family life have changes from nothing to something. So that encourage many of the youth in West Africa that whenever they are playing football, their first thought is that when I grow up, I want to be in Europe. When I grow up, I want to be in America. When I grow up, I want to be in this place so that I can be able to change the foundation of my family from worst to something better. Look at the good example, Victor Osimhen, the current striker of Napoli. He was on the streets of Lagos for many years, but today he's now the international person. So that is what I can say most. And the next thing is that most of the West African players, they undergo academic process right from the childhood. So this academic process help them to be very good technically, mentally, and physically. That is why when they go outside to the other country, they can be able to compete with some of those white people. We know we cannot be smart like them, but at least we are able to deliver something. Look at the good example of Senegal now. 80% of Senegal national team, they're all playing in Europe. The same thing with Ghana, the same thing with Nigeria, the same thing with Ivory Coast. So it is the what the legend have put behind. That is the footstep of what the young ones now they are following. So that is it.
Okay, thank you for good answers, but I wanted you to make some things clear in this question.
Okay.
Okay, you said that a big percent of the youth that make it in football, the big inspirations comes from the legends, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So, do these legends provide moral and material supports to the youth, or they just inspire them? I mean, the youth grow up and want to be football players, how they watch the legends, or it's just the legends maybe create the academies and provide the players the moral and material support.
Actually, many of the legend don't have the time for the grassroots. But the only
Okay.
thing that inspired them from those people is, here in Tanzania, you people watch more of Tanzania League. But when you go there of West Africa, only a few people you see watching the local leagues. Everybody concentrated watching those La Liga, Italia League, Premier League. Like me, as
Oh,
I'm
now
speaking
that
to
makes
you,
sense. That makes
I,
sense.
I, I grew up watching La Liga. But I'm a Real Madrid fans, Barcelona, all those things. You understand? So
Okay.
it's not that they provide anything for us, but those things that the players are watching, the young ones are watching from beginning. You see, then they will start saying, "I want to be like Messi. I want to be like this. I want to be like that." So it's now that some of the players presently now that they are trying to help, but those who are in the past, they did nothing to support many of the players. They only care about their family mostly. So the achievement they achieve for their family is what help some of these young ones to say that I myself can do the same to change my family's lifetime.
Okay, so that is the same as saying that we differ in mentality as of Tanzanians young players and Nigerian young players. That Tanzania young players grow up and dreaming of playing in internal clubs such as our local league, such as Young Africans and Simba Sports Club, meaning that a lot of young players are being inspired by Faisal Salum, and that makes the point that this young player grows up while dreaming a little. I mean, he or she has small dreams compared to the Nigerians young players who does not watch the Nigerians player who plays in the local Nigerian league and dreams of being big players like Lionel Messi.
The differences there is clear. Tanzania are blessed with talents. It's just that there is this thing they call a heart of a lion. For you to leave your country to go to another country, it requires a lot of things. First, you need to
Yeah.
be strong. You need to be bold. You need to let go of everything that that you can think about. So for me personally, here in Tanzania, when you are playing Simba Yanga, you see yourself as if you are at the end of the world. You understand? But when you see most of those teams in Nigeria, the top player, the highest goal scorer in Nigeria, can never play in Nigeria in Nigeria League next season. The same thing in Ghana, the same thing in Senegal. So once you're a top player in a club for a season in West Africa, the next season you cannot stay there. A club will come looking for you from outside. And whenever that opportunity come knocking, that is what they have been waiting for. They take their bag and leave.
Okay, you made it very clear. Thank you. Another question from this point is you gave an example of Victor Osimhen, and also you made a point of that Nigerians players are making it in football due to the presence of academies, the development of youth. So my question here is about Victor Osimhen. You clearly said that he was playing on the streets on the local leagues. Was he in a,
Yeah.
in a, in a academy while growing up?
Yeah, he was in academy. He
Oh,
attended different type of academy playing amateur like Jara Kwanza. Yeah, that was what he was playing before he was lucky to be called into the national team under 17, under 20. Then from there, he break forth. One thing about the West African team is that if you have the opportunity to play for the under 20, it is over. So many of them, they use that platform to market themselves away. And there, we have a lot of agents who focuses on some of these players from West Africa. Once they see that you are from West Africa, like Senegal, can you imagine this player that play under 20 in Senegal this year? This under 20, they just finished in Morocco. A lot of them have secured contracts to different parts of Europe.
at a
So
very young
that
age.
is the big. I said, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I said the correct under 20, they finished in Egypt, just like
Yes,
a month ago.
yes.
Many of the players from Gambia, from Senegal, from Nigeria have already moved their path away to Europe because we see a national team invite as an opportunity for the player in West Africa to move to the Europe.
Yes.
Because once you have a national team appearance, it's over.
Okay, brother. I hope everyone has get the point about the first question. So if you can allow me, I can jump into the second question.
Sure, sure.
Can you hear me clearly?
Yeah, we can hear
Yeah.
you, bro.
Okay. The question is about the importance of developing player skills and providing them with opportunities to play within and outside the countries. I mean the country.
Yeah, it is very important to develop a player from a very young age.
Yes.
Whatever you planted in the head, in a mindset of a baby is what they think about. You see, some baby will say, I want to become a doctor. Some will say, I want to become a lawyer. When you come to West Africa, when you have a lot of boys on the street, it's either they tell you they want to become a musician, or they tell you they want to become a footballer, They want to tell you that they want to become something that people will Google about them, and they will be able to find them. So when we are talking about the importance of developing players, it is very important to develop a player from a very young age. That is why I will talk about a football education. In West Africa, we have what we call football education. Football education is just like some of these schools we are coming here. Like you go to school, you do this, you do that. So in every academy in West Africa, they undergo football education. That is for you to know the doctrine, for you to know the inner side of sports, so that by the time you have the opportunity to go out, you will not misuse it. You understand?
Yes.
So it
Yes.
helps a lot. They let them go undergo a proper education, let them undergo a proper football training, mostly with the ball, not running. When
Yes.
you go to many West African teams, they like using the ball so much. And that is the reason why when you see them, they are playing, they like touching the ball. And they are very comfortable using the ball, most especially the national teams. And when they are attacking, their attacking is always very, very dangerous. You understand? It's because of this, what they call roots. You know, when you have a very good foundation, it helps you to develop beyond your thoughts and imagination. You understand me? Because when you use the ball regularly, you do more of your training with ball all the time from childhood. It makes you to be more comfortable with the ball. You won't be struggling because you will have it like what is my best friend. You understand me? That is the
Yes.
advantages that many of these Brazilians does. Because you can see them that whenever they are with the ball, they see football as like it's part of them. That is what the West African part see football. Like you can see someone like JJ Kocha, they call him a magic man. He's not start doing it when he get to PSG or when he get to Europe. He's not start doing it when he was in Barcelona. He's not start doing it when he go to Everton. You understand? He started doing it from the street in Lagos before he find himself to that top place. And that is what makes him exceptional. You understand me? So
So the point
personally,
there is the football education you're talking there is not necessarily the education of staying in school, but also playing in the streets is one of the education.
what I'm saying is that every academy in Nigeria undergo what they call football education. Like when
What
you
is
play
football
football
education exactly?
okay, football education is a learning process that make you understand the rule, the obligation, and everything that govern about your field of play. Like example now is that as a professional player, these are things that for you need to do when you are here. These are not the things you are not supposed to do. Awareness, a lot of things attached to it for you to become a great player. This thing will be taught. You'll be in a classroom. Maybe after your training, you'll be in a classroom. Then they will call everybody together. They will draw. They teach. Someone will be on the board teaching you, okay, when you are here as number 3, as a left back, this is where you are supposed to operate. As a number 2, this is where you are supposed to operate. As a 2 center back, this is where you are supposed. So you undergo all these things. Then by the time you are taught that, you will go on YouTube and look for someone who play your position. Keep watching their videos so that at least by the time you grow up, you can be something like them, if not like them. Do you understand me? So that is what I'm talking about education, because many of us, we play football without knowing exactly the inner part of football. We only see it like just a something to have fun with. There is no player that is there in Europe today that will tell you that they just come to field to play football. No. There is a drawing board. They have a mathematics they undergo before they can just jump into the field to play football. So that is it.
Okay, I really hope every listener out there is noting, is taking note, and the concept here is really clear. Got it. The other question is, what's your take on the quality of Tanzania Premier League for both men and women, and how it impacts the ability of players to sell themselves in other countries and other continents at large?
We all know that Tanzania Football League is beyond many African league, many West African league when it comes to
It is the
football.
fifth one, if I'm not mistaken.
It's number 50 in Africa as we speak now.
Yeah, out of 50 something countries. How many countries do we have in Africa? 53?
I think 53.
And
And
both all countries do have leagues.
you said,
Or you haven't studied it yet?
what are you talking about? What are you saying?
I mean, all these 53 countries found in Africa, do they have football leagues? I mean, local football leagues. Is it my network?
Do you understand me?
I didn't hear you clearly. Can you repeat, please?
Hello?
I can hear
Hello,
you,
we
bro.
can hear you.
I say there is no any country in Africa because I have been blessed to travel to different parts of Africa, east, west, south, north, and central. So there is no any place I have been to without any football league.
Okay, so we can just conclude that each country has a local league.
You said?
I mean, we can conclude that each country has a local football league.
Exactly. So for Tanzania to be number 5th in Africa, that shows that Tanzania league is far better than many of the West African football league.
Yes, yes.
And the platform you people have here is not there in West Africa. Because many West African clubs, they just put the player there. Okay, after you play for some time, we want to sell you to make money to their pockets. They don't do it to develop the club. A lot do that just for their own personal interest. But here they did it for the interest of the people. That is the differences. And that is the reason why when you go to many platforms like Instagram or Twitter account of many football clubs in West Africa, you can see that they have less than 10,000 followers. You know why? Because people, they don't care about people. They care about their investments. You know, you invest to it, you say this player will take my share, you take your share. But here, you can see, you cannot walk on the street in Tanzania for a period of 5 minutes without seeing someone wearing jersey of Yanga or Simba or Azam. It's not possible in West Africa. So don't compare. The Tanzania league is far ahead than West African league. And for women's league here, the advantages they have here is far, far better than many West African league. Ghana, Nigeria, those are the top female West African female football league nation. They don't have the platform you people have here because in every game here, you can have it live. So after the end of the game, you can go on YouTube or you do this, you can see yourself. It's not all the game there in West Africa that is recorded. Maybe a personal camera can record it. Then at the end of the game, you can take it from here and watch it. But not that the whole world can go on the YouTube and search it and find the full game there. Only few teams does that just of recent. And lastly, for Tanzania League to be recognized by FIFA, to be granted, to be filmed live on FIFA Plus, that is beyond. So what again are we looking for? In none of the West African countries have that platform. So the differences there is clear. Don't compare the league together. You understand? The league here, everything you have here is far different between the West African one. That is it.
Okay, so how does it impact the ability of players to sell themselves outside the countries?
The platform is there for the player to sell themselves, but it's not left for the player to be ready to go out to market herself. You know, it's a different thing for the government or for the TFF to put a platform for you to be seen. It is another thing that when you are being seen and the opportunity comes for you, you claim it and go for it. We have seen a lot of, look at what Aisha Masaka did last season. That was what piqued the interest of the team that he traveled to in Sweden. Look at Upper Clement. You know, those people, they are ready to take the challenge and they go for it. So if those one can go out and go for it and claim that, anybody can do that.
Okay, we have another question for you.
Do you understand me?
Yeah, I understand, Jonathan.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, what's your take on the challenges and opportunities of selling players, both within and outside of Africa, and how we can support the growth and success of football players in Tanzania and beyond?
To be honest with you, I was
Yes,
privileged to play with Said Amis, when I was in Mbao, the striker
yes,
of Taifa Star now. He's the kind
Yes.
of player that, since I know him, he has always had the dream and passion. And Waziri Jr., they have always talked about that they want to go outside Tanzania to play. And when I saw him leaving in Bao that time to Dubai, I was like, wow, this is amazing. So the first thing for an agent to market a player to outside Tanzania is not difficult. The problem there is that, is the player ready to go? Because some players will go and they will tell you that they are missing home. So the player have to make up their mind. They have to be ready, both morally, physically, and forget about home for a period of time so that they can achieve the great goal, what exactly they are looking for. So for me on that question, it is very easy for the player who is ready to move. Because day out, you will face challenges. And remember, there is no Ugali, Wali Marage. A lot of things you will face there that you, yes, you
Very
yourself,
different
you will
yeah.
start down one day and start crying that, oh, why did I leave home? So the player who are ready, prepare their video, meet the right agent to work for them. I'm very sure a lot of Tanzania will be out there. Just like, look at what Samantha is doing. It's a very good example. So that is it.
Yeah. So you have to sacrifice a little if you want to gain more. That's the point.
You will sacrifice a lot
Yes, yes.
because the place where you are going, you will receive rejection, differences, language barrier, weather barrier, food barrier. A lot will be wrong there. But you just have to make up your mind that, yes, I'm ready to take the bull by the horn. So that is it. Nobody out there will tell you that it is easy the first time they get there. No, they all face challenges, but they offer. Well, after they overcome it, that is when you people will celebrate them.
You made it very clear, brother. I mean, let's wind up with the issue of River United briefly.
Before United are younger. They have both played before. I remember 2021, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
But Yanga of that time is not Yanga of today. You
Yeah.
understand? So Yanga
Yes.
have changed a lot. And when you check the African transfer market system now, Yanga is rated number 7
What
in
is that?
CAF Confederation market link, market price of a team.
Yes, yes. You mean squad value?
Yes. So
Yes, yes.
Yanga is rated number 7 with value of 2.15 million. You understand? They are in the 6th position.
That's US dollar or euro, Tanzanian shillings. That's 2.5
I'm
million.
I'm talking I'm talking about pounds.
Yeah, that's pounds. Okay.
Yeah. So why River United is just rated 225K? You can see the differences.
Where's the difference exactly?
The differences there now is 1.7.
I mean, apart from the price tag, let's talk about the team generally, about the performance of the team and the achievements of the team.
The performance of the team presently now, as we are talking, younger
Yes.
performance is quite very interesting because of the support from the management, the way they stood with the team, and to be honest with you, Yanga is doing great right now. For them to go and play TP Mazembe and they did a lot of excellent job there. We see
Yes,
what
sir.
happened when they traveled down to Bamako in West Africa. We saw what happened there. We saw what happened when Bamako came here. So for me
Absolutely.
personally, with the crowd and the fans of Yanga here in Tanzania, Yanga have an edge. You understand me? But to
Yes,
play
yes.
against River United also, the team also have to be what? To be very careful when they go to South Africa, when they go to West Africa, because they can do and undo there, because that is their home. You understand me?
Yes, yes.
And
Okay, to
in
make
a
it
CAF,
balanced,
I'm with you.
uh, yeah, yeah. Finish it.
I say in CAF, first leg
Yes,
really matters a lot. So if you lose it in first leg, you may never meet it again.
very clear.
Thank you.
Okay, how about Simba and Raider?
That is two different games.
Where's the
Hey,
difference?
the differences there is that we see what happened between Raja Casablanca and Simba, right? That
Yes,
is to
yes.
tell you that Simba playing against Arab is not the Simba we used to know before. The
Yes, of course.
confidence of the player to play against this Arab has dropped. Because if Raja Casablanca can come here and won 3-0 in Tanzania, and they still went there, they still scored 3-1.
That's
This,
dominance.
eh?
That's absolute dominance.
That is, can you imagine? So, and the other team they are playing also now, they are 3-time champion of this same tournament we are going. It's not an easy task for Simba. I
Defending
can't say
champions
it's
as
50.
well.
I can't say it's 50-50. I will give like Raja Wadad, I will give them like 70%. Why Simba 30%?
uh, okay, brother. It was a good time having you. So let me take the host back to my brother Muan and share your graph.
Okay. Sorry, I have one question for Mr. Abiola.
Okay.
So, Mr. Abiola, so do you think if our clubs and all the management, if they will just decide to let player goes, and if the player will be ready to fight and have that heart of lion that you have said, we can have many players that plays outside Africa?
Exactly. Here in
Oh,
Tanzania, it is very easy to get visa as long that you have invitation from the direct club. And lastly, not like the club to go out. There are some clubs that they check the type of country you are coming from. You know, they want
oh,
to
okay,
check those type of players that have come out from that country. So if they have
okay,
not seen any top star from that country, they will tell the player, okay, if you are ready to come, we will offer you invitation letter. Get the visa
okay.
yourself, come with your ticket, buy your ticket yourself. Then when you get there and you prove yourself that you are worth to play in our team, we will make the refund. You understand?
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
So
Sure.
So many of the players in West Africa does that a lot. They can just that is why you can see the Nigerian many everywhere. You can see the Ghanaian many everywhere. They will call themselves footballer because they are fighting. They have spent a lot of money to be there. But just with a one click, the story will change. So that is
Oh,
it.
okay. Yeah. So I know that you know different players, especially for women and men. So can you tell me few players on women and few players in men, those who are Tanzanian, that they just interest you and you think if they will have that heart of lion to fight outside Tanzania, they can make it?
Ah, yeah, that is a tough question. Actually, the first player that I will talk about when it comes to women league here in Tanzania that really interests me so much is this lady from Younger Princess, Aniela Ramos.
Oh, okay.
You know
Yeah.
Ramos?
Yeah. I know.
Noela. That lady,
Yeah.
you know, when you are looking for a top center back, you know, as an Africa defender, when you want to go outside, you must have something they call a fighting spirit. You must be
Sure.
rugged and be very tough. They don't look for a baby there. You understand?
Yeah.
Because
Sure.
they know that they are skillful. So they want
Yeah.
someone that is coming to be a fighter that can fight the other striker who come from Africa. You understand?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Sure.
another player I would say that I will go for is Fatuma Densa, the
Yeah.
lady
Yeah.
in Simba.
Yeah.
His
Sure.
confidence, his experience. So such a player also is a plus if she have the opportunity to go out of Tanzania.
Yeah.
You
Sure. Sure.
understand? And there is
Yeah. I
one small
understand.
girl. There is a small girl in Fontege called Winifrida.
Yeah. I know that. I know that.
That is Azisha Oshoala, future of Tanzania. If she is well managed,
Yeah.
so that is
Yeah.
it.
Okay. And for men, you didn't say. Sorry, I cannot hear you.
Yeah, please come again.
Yeah, I say that for men, you didn't say about men.
About men player. Hello?
Yeah, about men prayer, you said a lot about women, but about men prayer, who do you think he can make it?
Outside Tanzania.
Yeah.
Actually, the player I see with a different talent who can
Yeah.
go outside and break forth.
Yeah.
I will go with Soap, that guy from
Yeah.
Azam.
Sure. Yeah. Sure.
That guy is very fast and
Mm.
is a very good player. It may be underrated, but he has this
Yeah.
something different. So
Sure.
I respect him a lot.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah, so I
Okay.
like that guy.
And also, I might have another question about. We have seen that now CAF has started a Women Champions League, like a second season, if I'm not wrong, and we have seen only 8 teams that can go and perform there, and each team come from maybe zone areas. Do you think if the numbers of the teams will be increased, do you think Tanzania league, if they will just give out 2 or 3 teams, they can dominate the league?
If you say Tanzania team will give 2 or 3 teams, if like they
Yeah,
increase it, the other
yeah,
country will also give 2 or 3 teams, right?
yeah, sure, sure.
The first thing is we will think about the Sekafa zone. Maybe after the 3 teams we are qualified from Sekafa,
Yeah, sure,
then we
sure.
can think that when they go to CAF, they can do
Mm.
better. We see what Simba did last year when they are playing
Yeah,
there.
sure,
It was a good
sure.
fight, but when they
Mm.
play against Bayelsa Queen, they learn their lesson. You
Yeah, sure.
understand? So they
Yeah,
say
sure.
that experience is the best teacher. Bayelsa Queen is
Yeah,
the
sure.
first timer in CAF. Simba is the
Yeah,
first
sure.
timer in CAF. But with the
Sure.
quality of Mamelodi Sundowns and Asfar,
Yeah,
and
sure.
this team from Ghana called Ataka's Lady, if those
Yeah,
three
sure.
teams are there, it will be difficult for Tanzania team.
Okay.
Yeah, but if they go there, they can be in semi-final or
Mm.
finalist. But to say that maybe to conquer the champion for now, I can't say
Yeah.
no. I can't say yes to that.
Okay, okay. So, okay, let Mr. James ask you certain question, and then we can end up here. Welcome, welcome, Mr. James, to speak because you have requested to speak.
Hello.
Yeah,
Yeah,
can you
hello.
ask question, Mr. James?
Okay, I am James from Ilinga, particularly in
Sure.
Shamba FM radio. I was trying to
Thank
ask.
you.
I'm James from Ilinga, particularly in Shamba FM radio.
You're welcome, bro.
Thank you. I was just trying to ask if this league, which is going to start soon, which involves Simba, Raja, and some clubs, I mean Super League, how will it be beneficial to Tanzanian teams?
It is already beneficial for Tanzania as a whole because the Tanzania name has been mentioned there. You can see they mentioned like I think 8 clubs in Africa,
Yes.
and they only mention those clubs who have done a great job both in CAF and the national in their home league for years. You understand?
Yes.
So it is a benefit if Simba can go there and defend the nation. They are not going in the name of the Simba alone. No, they are going in the name of Tanzania. You understand me?
Yes, I am.
So for me, if they go there, they can they can show their differences that yes, we are from Tanzania, but we believe that we can. Already is already a beneficiary because if the Simba is mentioned this year, another team or another name, the name of another club can be mentioned next year. So it is an opportunity that comes but once. So you just have to grab it. So they have to utilize the opportunity very well.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, sir.
Okay, Mr. Abiola, I would like to take this opportunity to thank you for the opportunity that you have given us, because to have you here is just our honor, and we think that this is opportunity. And if we just want to hear again from you, please be ready and just give us a cooperation.
No problem, bro.
Yeah, okay. So I think that we can end up here, and I hope that we will have a nice moment again and again and again.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Yeah, so ningependa kuwashukuru watu wote mliokusanyika hapa, kaka Zepa, fanya kazi nzuri, Brother James, na watu wengine wote ambao pengine muda ulikuwa changamoto, lakini nipende kuwashukuru sana 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 sana, na natumai tutaendelea kufanya zaidi na zaidi na zaidi na zaidi. So ningependa kuchukua nafasi hii kuwashukuru zaidi.
Hamna noma kaka.